Okay, so the three interactions that I used was scenario 4, 2, and 3. So scenario 4 was craft a short email in English that reflects apology and humility, emphasis on efforts and continued support consideration of the client's trust expectations. The points to consider were use of formal apologies, saving face while delivering bad news, and cultural importance of trust and long-term relationship. So my response to this was, I deeply apologize for our delay in product launch. We will continue our efforts and recognize how important our clients' trust is, and we will continue to try and exceed expectations. Very respectfully, Kirsten. So I just wanted to, again, points to consider, used formal apologies, and then like saving face while delivering bad news, kind of masking it as like, we're trying our best, we'll continue our efforts, we recognize how important our clients are. And then also at the very end, again, emphasizing just being really respectful, very respectfully ending the email. And then for scenario 2, it was, you proposed a new pricing model during joint development meetings with a long-term Japanese partner company. You're hoping for feedback before your upcoming internal strategy session. So a machine's translation of that would be, we appreciate your proposal. We will examine it carefully and discuss it with the relevant departments. Please allow us some time. And then our points to consider is non-committal language, often used to avoid direct refusal, concepts of nemawashi and internal consensus, and then the importance of not rushing a forced decision. So our response to that was kind of brief, but it was, I understand, I appreciate your time, and I'll be patiently awaiting your feedback. So just again, being very grateful and emphasizing just, I want to say almost the humility of it. So like, we will be patiently awaiting, just to emphasize like, no rush, no worries, try to be like kind of an inconvenient, like try not to be an inconvenience. So that way you're not like, again, you're focusing on this importance of not rushing or forcing a decision. And then it's also just like non-committal, you're very indirect. So that's kind of where we went with that. And then scenario 3, you're an operations head at a logistics startup. You ask your Chinese counterpart if you could compile updated route data and deliver it in 2 ways. The machine's translation was, this request might be a little difficult to fulfill in such a short time, but we will try our best to get it done as quickly as I can. And then points to consider, directness versus harmony in Chinese communication, obligation language, we will try versus actual intent, and risk of overcommitting due to face saving. And I honestly think that this is very similar to the United States, because in a professional setting, especially when you're talking to your boss, like we talk about those positive faces, when you're talking to your boss and you have, like you want something or you want your boss to like you, you'll be like, we will try our best, and then like, you don't want to overcommit either. We're like, usually if it's a production thing, you'll be like, I know that we will be able to get 100 of these things done today, but like really, it's probably like 120 you can get done, but you don't want to overcommit to your boss. You want to undercommit and overdeliver. So I think that kind of aligns with the US as well. And then also going back to like directness versus harmony, I think that in Asian cultures, it's more about harmony, almost to the point where they have a cultural understanding of when you say certain things that sound like harmony, it's honestly like a rejection, but you don't necessarily like need to say the rejection, whereas in the United States, you still have to like say that rejection. So our response to that was, I appreciate your hard work and dedication and trust that it will be done in a timely manner. So just like reiterating that, that they're doing a good job and that you trust them, kind of giving them that confidence a little bit. And then again, just like that harmony. So like, I appreciate your hard work, and the obligation language. So like, you will try. So yeah.